Hey Film Nuts, how's it going? Back with another video. Got my godson here. He wanted to do Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now, this movie, my gosh, it's a wonderful movie. It's a wonderful movie. I'm gonna get into some specific details and everything about like the comic stuff, and stuff like that. But I'm gonna let Dorian. His name is Dorian. I'm gonna let Dorian talk about how he liked it, what he didn't like about it, and then this and that. So here we go.
So I just think that the way that they made the movie, it's like it's just like it's so fun to watch, and there's like so many different like characters of Spider-Man, and I just like how like they made it like cartoonish, and then the thing that I don't like about it is that I just don't like the original Spider-Man. Like I don't like the Spider-Man in this movie because he just looks way different, but it's just it's just like fun to watch. And yeah.
It's like, so you like how it's fun and everything,
Yeah.
the color
The color
palettes and
palettes, yeah.
how wacky it
Yeah.
gets, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what do you like about Miles the most? What do you like about Miles Morales the
I
most?
just like the way that like at the beginning he started like all like he had to work on it, and then at the end is just that's mostly what I like about him.
The ending?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So we got his little opinion in here. Um I'm gonna get into my critiques and everything about the movie, the way that I feel about it. Uh, yeah, just what he was saying. It's fun, it's adventurous and everything like that. I can't remember when it got released in the theaters, but to me it feels like like one of those summer heartwarming movies that you can take the whole entire family to. Mom and dad, kids are gonna love it, of all ages. Yeah, I mean, I love this movie. So you got Shamik Moore, I believe that's his name, that plays Miles Morales. I don't know how they I don't know how he got his voice to be like that, to sound like a teenager, or just like a teenage kid. I don't know if anybody remembers that Shamik Moore was the main character in Dope, and he was just this kind of hard headed rapper, if you will, and trying to just trying to make it big, and stuff like that in that movie. But like I said, I don't know how he made, or if they dubbed his voice to be that way or anything. But he played a very very great Miles Morales. You got Haley Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld, she's not, not that big when it comes to big blockbustery movies like this or anything. But she plays Gwen Stacy, Spider Gwen. She she's one of those type of characters that just kind of like comes out of the blue in the movie, but it plays a good part and a very very essential plot point to the movie and everything. There's a bunch of backstory, about that and everything. I don't really know that much about her, other than that she took over the mantle for Spider-Man. After there was I can't remember what issue or anything like that, but it was just scanning through, and it was one of those issues where it's different writers and everything. I don't know the actual original plot storyline with her, but the comic that I read and everything, she took on the mantle when Peter Parker didn't want to be Spider Man anymore. So she's over there just messing around, with some radioactive spiders, and just like any other storyline of Spider Man, gets bitten, becomes Spider Gwen. So I really like Haley Steinfeld in that. You got Jake Johnson as the multiverse Spider-Man, and I think that's what Dorian was talking about of just the original Spider-Man with I want it is Chris Pine. Chris Pine, I'm sorry, Chris Pine played the original Spider-Man in the beginning, and if anybody hasn't seen it, spoiler alert, he dies. You know, he dies. But Jake Johnson played he played a very good part. You know, there's one particular scene in the movie where they're in the diner, and he's like, you know, just eating this cheeseburger. You know what I mean? Just mouthful mouthful of burger in his mouth. You know, he looks at Miles Morales, that's you know 14, 15 years old in the movie. He's like, hey, you got any money? Because, you know, I'm broke. You know what I mean? He played a very good role as the leading character throughout the entire movie of Spider-Man. Um, and then you got Nicholas Cage, man. Oh, like, my gosh. And I had to look this up on IMDb. I had to look it up on the internet and everything. I did not believe that this guy played Spider-Man Noir. He's the black and white, like the old, you know, TV television before they came out, you know, before the TV, you know, was in color and stuff like that. Plays this 1930s 1940s Spider-Man, low life criminals. You know, he's taking, you know, there's one issue I did read that he, you know, tried to take on the Kingpin, stuff like that. And the Kingpin, sorry, is in this movie massively huge. I don't like the way that they made his shoulders or anything. He has a tiny head, just a big body, you know. And again, to Nicolas Cage, he played a good role in that. Mahershala Ali, I gonna mess up his name. I'm not really good at pronouncing names. But Mahershala Ali plays Aaron Davis as Miles' uncle, the Prowler. The backstory about the Prowler was that Kingpin wanted this like enhanced individual. Want this advanced individual that you know was just he had superhuman, you know, superhuman strength, agility, his powers like you know very enhanced and stuff like that. So he played a good part in that as playing Miles' uncle and stuff like that, and the Prowler. It's like one of those things where you do see it coming, but you don't. Like it's just like you have to watch the movie to like fully understand why this guy was, you know, the certain way that he was and everything. Uh, like how Dorian said of the color palettes, this movie, it I don't I forgot the director of it, the animated director, but he really studied a lot about like just the difference of not just having, you know, the 3D or the 2D animation or anything like that. You get to see a lot of like comic book, the way that it's like the little stencils and everything. You see these blue, red, and yellow dots the way that they had in a comic book. And I really love, and I really have to, you know, give it off to Sony to really giving that feel of a comic book movie. It truly is a comic book movie. Um, and going into the plot, you get like Dorian said, all these different Spider-Man characters that come from a multiverse and everything. So I can't wait to see how they're going to take this into part two, and if they're going to be able to cross over with live action, or if, you know, yeah, it is a cartoon comic book, but this, I feel like that like Sony could really actually, like I said, cross over into live action. Now we may never see it. You know, it just could be a dream of mine. You know, I just could be dreaming and stuff like that. But the way that everything is going with Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, they're all gonna be into Spider-Man 3 after Far From Home. So it's not that far of a fetch if they actually want to cross over and do that. And I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. The funny aspect of it, I think it really comes from Jake Johnson as Spider Man. He really plays a very pivotal role in this movie. It's not just the straight guy, not the straight man or anything. He even says, at the beginning of the movie of his origin, that he made some dicey choices. It's one of those things. It's how can I say, without actually giving it away, because I don't know if anybody has seen it or anything like that, but there is one particular shot in the movie that you get to see him just have this heartwarming, sense, like he's human. Yeah, Spider Man is human, but he has like enhanced powers and stuff like that. The movie's it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad, huh? There's some kind of some deaths in here that like kind of like really get to you, and some dialogue that really just kind of like like kind of it brings you down, but with the comedy and everything, with that levity, it brings it back up. It brings it back up. Um, just what Dorian said. It has a great ending. It has a great ending. The way that it did end, I thought they were gonna do it a little bit different, in my opinion. But it worked out to its advantage. I mean, this movie made a lot of money, like a lot of money. You know what I mean? Can't remember how much. But I think it was in like post production. It was like roughly, I want to say like 45 to 50 million that they put on, for the extra CGI and stuff like that, and for the extra 2D animation. But it made its money back, and it made a lot of money, in the long run. I'm gonna have to give this a full price. This is a full price movie. It's one of those, like I said at the beginning of the video, you can take the entire family, mom and dad, kids are gonna love it, grandma's gonna love it. You can take the whole family to go see this movie, or or not to go see it, but just like, hey, what do you guys want to watch? Let's watch Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse. It has a lot of laughs, a lot of jokes, and sad, heartwarming moments in there and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to give it a full price. So Dorian, the way I like to do it, I have a 4 system rating. Well, we'll give it 3. We'll give it 3. So it'd be a rental, matinee, or a full price. What would you give it?
I'd give it a full price.
He gives it a full price. Gives it a full price. Good, good, good. And he loves this movie. Anytime he comes over to my house, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. And it's like, okay, yeah. Let's watch it. I never got bored, and I never get bored watching this movie. There's not one boring moment in this movie, and that's why we're highly praising this movie. It's a very high full price. So you liked it?
Yeah.
You liked it? Good.
And like
good,
he was saying, like a lot of other people might have thought that the ending was gonna be different, but at the actual ending, it like people would think it'd be better, but it actually is like better.
Yeah. It is. So there's our review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. He's going to be coming on from time to time, doing some like kid stuff movies with me, superhero stuff, whatever he wants to do. But like I said, I'm going to be posting, once a week, twice a week, so be looking out for other videos. And if you have anything to comment in the comment section. Please hit that like button. Thank you, Phil Mutz, and have a good day. Later.